Hey guys, so we are trying this again. I tried to go live earlier and it was super choppy. So now I actually have like a handy dandy thing that tells me whether or not I'm missing or skipping frames. So if I look over to the side, that's why. So anyway, let me see if I can do this quick. So starting over, we wanted to give you a couple updates on our digital chorus journey and then also answer some of your questions. So I grabbed a few questions. So let's do that. So our digital chorus journey. So we already announced that we're working with Amy Porterfield. We are using her Digital Chorus Academy course. The first step is an audience builder. You want to grow your audience while you're creating your course. So we chose quiz as a lead magnet. We are promoting it on our social media pages and through our email and via Facebook and Instagram ads. And we did $30 a day, $15 per ad split testing. Our split testing actually came out where there wasn't really a winner. So we're going to run the ad again. I'm going to change the messaging and I'll see if I'll do split testing or not, or maybe I'll just put $30 to one ad. So I'm going to see what I want to do there. So now we're writing our course content. Before you get to the content though, you want to choose what kind of course you're going to create. So there's workshop, starter, spotlight, or signature under kind of Amy's umbrella. So workshop is like an hour or two, super quick. You can just do it live. Typically you're just giving your audience a quick win, just sort of, quickly teaching them one thing. Starter course is, you're giving them more in-depth information, to give them a solid start to what they want to do. Spotlight is you're going all in on one section of a comprehensive idea. You're spotlighting that one idea. And then a signature course is where it's like super comprehensive, nuts and bolts, A to Z. Digital Course Academy is an example of a signature course. Okay, so at this point, our course is probably going to be a starter course. We will see if that changes as we continue to create the content. That's where we are right now in the process, is that we're creating the content, which is super exciting. So one of the first steps is pinpointing the problem and the promise. So the problem you're solving for your audience with your course and the promise, like what's the course going to do for them? What's going to be the outcome? That we're creating our course lessons and kind of like bucketing them out and then brainstorming the content within those lessons. So super excited. We're at a really fun part of creating the actual content of the course. So we'll share more of that as we go on. And then we have some questions that we wanted to answer for you guys. So we've got a couple of questions. We got quite a few, but I picked a few. Under digital courses, Amanda P. asked, do I need a large following or email list to get started with a digital course? The answer is no, actually. You would need maybe 250 to 500 people on your email list. When we purchased Digital Course Academy, we were not ready for it. We were barely even creating this company, but I didn't want to wait another year for it to come out again. So you can definitely, you want to launch, ideally, I shouldn't say definitely, with at least 250 people on your email list. 500 would be great. Amy has a separate List Builder Society course that you can, that she teaches you how to grow your email list. We're also going to come out with a resource about that as well. So no, you don't need a large social media following or a large email list to start your digital course journey. Sam K asks, my current business is really individualized with personal plans for each client. Not sure that can translate to a digital course. Totally get it. I have yet to see a business that cannot be translated to a digital course. So we kind of chuckle and say that's like the special snowflake syndrome. I do it too, where we think, no, my thing is super special and it doesn't, might work for your thing, but not for mine. Mine's different. And again, I've yet to see an example that wouldn't translate to a digital course. There's one example I can give you guys where this woman was a personal stylist. So she was in the closets of people and like helping them with their wardrobe and styles and outfits and that sort of a thing. And she told her partner, like, I am getting burned out doing this one-to-one work. Like, why don't we explore digital courses and teach people how to do this? And her partner was like, there's no way. This is too personal, or we're working with people. Like, how can we just like have a course and talk to, from one to many? And she's like, I'm just going to try it. And she did. And she was super, super successful. She was able to come up with a course that taught what she was teaching people one-on-one. So that was pretty cool. So Sam, I don't know what your business is, but I bet you there is a way to translate it into a digital course. If you want to send us a message, happy to help you out. Quick email marketing question. Kim A says, I'm just starting out and I'm not sure what the first steps are to build an email list. Super great question. People are like, that's great, Erin, but how do I grow this special list of at least 250 people? So the biggest way is a lead magnet. I mean, we do it in a few ways. We, of course, encourage people on our social media pages to join, and we tell them what they're going to get out of it if they join our email list. Lead magnets is a really big way of how we grow our email list. So our latest one is the quiz that we created for the kind of coincides with the topic of our upcoming course. And if you want to check that out, that's at musclecreative.com/quiz. And but that's kind of more advanced. So the person takes the quiz, and in order to get the results, they enter in their email address. That's sort of an advanced lead magnet. You probably would want to start out with like a PDF, like a guide, a checklist, a cheat sheet, that sort of a thing that pertains to your area of expertise. We've had guides like at the end of the year to get your business organized. During COVID, we were like, here's, I think it was like 10 ways to keep connected with your audience, during uncertain times. So you kind of connect it to maybe what's going on in the world that relates to your business, as well as things that your audience needs and you're hearing them ask about. So how that works is you create the PDF, and the person has to give you their email address in order to gain access to that content. So once they put their email address in, the content is emailed to them. And so that's basically, it's a big way of how we grow our email list. So happy to help people with individual questions on that too. And we're happy to help brainstorm ideas for lead magnets for your business to grow your audience. So that's it for today. I didn't want to take up too much of your time. Hopefully the audio wasn't choppy this time. But thanks for tuning in, and we hope you have a great weekend, and we will see you live next week.